Plastic pollution is one of the most serious environmental problems in the world today. It affects not only the health of wildlife and ecosystems, but also the lives and livelihoods of millions of people, especially the poor. One of the ways that plastic pollution harms people is by increasing the risk of flooding. How does plastic pollution cause flooding? The answer lies in how plastic waste travels from land to water. Every year, millions of tons of plastic are discarded on land, where they are exposed to sunlight, wind, and rain. These forces break down the plastic into smaller pieces, called microplastics, which can be carried by runoff into rivers and streams. Once in the water system, plastic pollution accumulates at hydraulic infrastructures, such as rack structures, leading to clogging of the urban drainage system. In turn, this may lead to increased flood risk in urban areas, where many poor people live in informal settlements with inadequate infrastructure and sanitation. Plastic pollution also affects the natural flow of water in rivers and streams. Plastic debris can create dams and blockages that reduce the water carrying capacity of the channels. This can cause water to overflow onto the banks and floodplains, where it can damage crops, homes, and roads. Moreover, plastic pollution can worsen the effects of extreme weather events, such as storms and heavy rainfall. When large storms flood rivers, the plastic collected there washes out to sea. This means that rivers are a significant source of plastic polluting the world's oceans. But it also means that plastic pollution can increase the intensity and frequency of floods by reducing the ability of rivers to drain excess water. For example, a study in northwest England found that a single flooding event in 2015 flushed 43 billion plastic pieces out to sea, accounting for 0.5% of the total floating plastic in the world's oceans. The study also found that more than a third of the microplastics in the river basins can float in seawater, which means they can travel long distances and affect coastal communities and marine ecosystems. Plastic pollution is therefore a serious threat to both freshwater and marine environments, as well as to human health and well-being. It is estimated that more than 200 million people around the world face more intense and frequent floods due to plastic pollution blocking drainage systems. This puts them at risk of losing their homes, livelihoods, and lives. To prevent this from happening, we need to take urgent action to reduce plastic consumption and waste generation, improve waste management and recycling systems, and implement cleanup and mitigation measures. We also need to integrate plastic pollution prevention and control into flood risk management strategies, as they are inherently interdependent and need to be managed holistically. Plastic pollution is making floods worse for the poor. But we can change that by taking responsibility for our actions and working together to protect our planet and its people.